Howdy, want to talk food, boo?
Yeah.
Alright, junk food it is. Over the years, some McDonald's items have appeared briefly, only to just as quickly disappear forever. Why? No one knows. Oh, apparently we're going to explain to you why. Let's have a good old-fashioned food video. These are the McDonald's food items that disappeared forever. A side note, thank you to the McDonald's fandom wiki for giving me a page on their website. Their wiki has been a great reference to me over the years on McDonald's, and I'm flattered to be part of their wiki. With that all said, let's talk some Mickey D's. First up, we got loaded fries. At KFC, Wendy's, and Burger King, you can get yourself some heavy loaded fries anytime you like. But at McDonald's, if you want any variation whatsoever on your fries, well, tough cookies, chump.
Bring me chili fries!
Here at McDonald's, we have solely fries, and more fries until the sun explodes, possibly longer. However, one time in China, they were lucky enough to get McDonald's loaded fries. My south neighbours New Zealand got the loaded fries too. This special fries was smothered in creamy cheese sauce and smoky bacon bits. News.au said this flavour tasted like a fatty, crispy Caesar salad. We even had it temporarily visit Australia. The taste tester on News.au found there was quite an extensive loaded fries menu with 7 available choices, including gravy, sweet chili sauce, and sour cream? Ew.
Hey da.
They even had curry and chipotle cheese fries. Sure, I gotta be honest, some of these pictures of the loaded fries don't look good at all. They're more like a splatter of fries that someone stomped on. But surely here appearance isn't everything. According to Jemima from BuzzFeed Australia,
they're a little scary looking. The bacon looks like something scraped from a sarcophagus. But this fries is fucking delicious. We decided to put this fries to the ultimate test. Our faces. Combining the sauces changes everything. An amazing fries of perfection. Yay!
Oh wow, those are great fries.
But honestly, overall feedback on this loaded fries was pretty mixed. While BuzzFeed loved the fries, News.au not so much.
The chipotle fries was gross. I had one bite and couldn't go any further. The cheese tasted like melted plastic.
Apparently there was a lot of moisture on the chips. Some even referred to the fries as swampy. Ew. But as of 2021, all the loaded fries was taken off the menu. My friend Danielle mentioned that at Wendy's they put their loaded fries in a small plastic container instead. This stops the fries and sauces leaking through. Maybe the loaded fries leak from the cardboard too. Honestly, based on the feedback we got here, I think loaded fries was disappointing. Let's just let McDonald's do what they're good at, the absolute bare minimum for fries. Next up is the Big and Tasty.
But that was before I knew how we'd make new and tasty.
A legendary food burger around the world. If crappy fast food restaurants could have legends. I still distinctly remember the commercial for this one back in 2003.
Another big and tasty burger, please.
A tiny man approaches the counter. Weirdly, the first thing that went through my mind is, how could such a small man manage to stomach 2 of those big burgers? Maybe that's a joke. Originally tested in California in 1997, the entire goal of the Big and Tasty was to compete with Burger King's famous Whopper Burger. So you can probably imagine it had a similar recipe. It had a seasoned quarter-pound beef patty, mayonnaise, slivered onions, 2 pickles, lettuce, tomato, and a sesame seed bun, with ketchup or inspired sauce. Inspired, of course, by Burger King's Whopper. 3 slices of cheese were also added to the burger in the Big Tasty variation. And while in America, the Big and Tasty burger disappeared forever when McDonald's tried introducing deli sandwiches, the Big Tasty sold in most of the world outside the USA, including in the UK. In fact, over in the UK, the burger was launched with a rather cheeky slogan.
Sorry, America. Big Tasty is only for us Brits. I'm loving it. Sorry, you're not.
Interestingly, the Big Tasty does appear to still sometimes be found in places like Europe and the Middle East for limited time periods. And this fella found it in the UK relatively recently, so it clearly still sells in some places. But let's check out my favorite part. How did it taste? Everyday Eating tried it, but tragically, he didn't eat it in his car. I know. Its ingredients are very similar to the Big and Tasty, so let's see what he thought. Well, it does look quite similar to the Whopper.
The bite has a soft sesame bun, the meatiness of a patty, and a strong tomato flavour with a peppery sauce, which was also smoky.
Smoking!
In the UK, the patty is the same size as a Whopper. When you bite in, the sauce is doing most of the work for that smoky flavour.
Next up, we have the Bubblegum McFlurry. Well, it looks like,
It looks like a monster threw up. Is it radioactive rampage up, Chuck?
yeah, maybe if a unicorn monster threw up. Honestly, I don't mind the design. It's colourful and takes me back to the Unicorn Frappe by Starbucks. The Bubblegum McFlurry started with that well-loved vanilla soft serve base. Then, the electric blue bubblegum flavoured syrup was aggressively swirled through the ice cream. Then they added a generous handful of colourful cold marshmallow candies. What's cool is the ice cream caused the marshmallows to freeze completely solid, giving them a dense, hyper-chewy and rigid texture. And all of this was mixed together with crunchy bubblegum pieces. So unlike, say, your Oreo McFlurry, the Bubblegum McFlurry was a more multi-textured sensory experience. But I gotta say, the cancellation of this dessert caused unprecedented outrage across my country, Australia.
This is a knife.
That's not a knife, that's a spoon.
I see you've played knifey spoony before.
Somehow, there are multiple active, multi-year Change.org petitions dedicated entirely to this McFlurry's return. I even found one with over 1,400 signatures.
Would you please sign my petition?
According to this very important Change.org petition,
We want the iconic taste of our childhood. If McDonald's were to bring back this dessert masterpiece, the Australian public would benefit enormously.
I mean, really?
Yeah, it will profit Maccas with many jumping at the chance to taste the sweet, delicious treat again. Please bring it back.
Alright. So back in the 2000s, this ice cream was a favourite among Aussie kids, before being quietly removed from the menu, leaving a childhood nostalgia that still lingers to this day. I mean, I was always into M&M's mini McFlurries myself. But I do agree, I did still like this one as a teenager. But boy, was it missed by the public, according to BuzzFeed.
I feel personally attacked by Maccas because I wanted to try this flavour but never got the chance because it was rudely taken away.
And a user over at BuzzFeed was perhaps a little unhealthily keen for the ice cream's return?
I would give up my firstborn child for a Bubblegum McFlurry, particularly if they're naughty kids.
The Toasted Deli Sandwiches, aka the Oven Selects. The year was 2004, and Subway was rapidly spreading in popularity across the globe. I was totally into Diablo 2 and MSN Messenger. As Subway became a household name, healthier fast food eating was becoming a trend. Plus, at the time, Super Size Me was making waves and just destroying McDonald's reputation. So McDonald's corporate headquarters started planning something big. A menu choice definitely not at all related to the success of their competitors' Subway sandwiches. The Deli sandwiches.
Is this thing on? This is going to be our biggest menu innovation since the Big Mac. Technically, it might even be healthy. Probably.
Instead of soft burger buns, the deli choices were Italian rolls and baguettes, partially pre-baked, then fully baked when unfrozen for that fresh-baked feel for customers. For your healthy Subway sandwich at McDonald's today, we have a fine selection of premium sandwich choices that are most certainly not rip-offs of Subway. These include the turkey and cranberry rolls. Subway didn't include cranberry, did they?
These look just like Subway.
Well, they're not. They're totally different.
Ooh, they've also got roast beef. I already know that classic from Subway.
No. It's the roast beef and mature cheese. as opposed to immature cheese. These sandwiches were constructed on an open sandwich assembly line. Then they were pushed through a special conveyor toaster to crisp the crust and melt the cheese.
Actually, that sounds delicious.
Well, that's the funny thing. There's actually a lot of positive feedback on these sandwiches. Many customers even preferred them to the standard McDonald's burger. Unfortunately, the deli sandwich disappeared because it was creating nightmares for the staff in the kitchen. Unlike their pre-made burgers that are rapidly assembled and then shoved in the microwave, the deli sandwiches had to be assembled raw, then put through the toast cycles. And that took a massive 90 seconds per roll. This was way too long in McDonald's books, and it caused the drive-through lines to create massive queues. In fact, in the old commercial for the deli sandwiches, the one comment I could find was this:
I used to hate making these when I worked there as a kid.
to fix this would require one whole new staff member, a dedicated deli sandwich artist. A whole extra staff member for quality menu items? Are you crazy? Back in 2004, that would have been a whole $6.50 an hour. Plus, of course, those sandwich ovens weren't cheap to put in every store. Clearly, McDonald's just can't afford that. But what did these toasted deli sandwiches actually taste like? Well, 20 years ago, back when we had taste blogs, Nellie Nichols tried them.
Let's try the chicken tikka deli sandwich. It has a delicious yogurt and mint dressing. Thick slices of cucumber, tomato and lettuce make it a filling meal. The chicken is well marinated and has authentic flavours.
And last but not least, we have the cinnamon melts. These sweet little treats came to McDonald's globally in 2007.
Ooh, I remember these.
Oh, really? What do you remember about them, hon?
They were sticky.
Yeah, you really needed a fork for these, as they weren't just your standard handheld pastry. In fact, it felt quite special when you got one. They came in a small cardboard box, packed with bite-sized pull-apart cinnamon roll chunks, drowned in a thick, piping hot cream cheese icing glaze. Dang, that sounds a bit rich. Although they were kept frozen in the back, they could be blasted in the microwave to melt the glaze before being served with a plastic fork. And for McDonald's, plastic forks were the peak of refinement and swanky class.
I remember all the sweetness was a big sensory overload.
Yeah, and all that sweetness came at a cost. You see, there was a problem. Cinnamon melts were made right around the popularity of Super Size Me, and that whole documentary caused McDonald's to enter its healthy transformation era, when Macca's thought deli Subway sandwiches would work for them, but they were a good idea. The problem was, a tiny box of cinnamon melts was 460 calories and nearly 20 grams of fat. So it made these sweet treats a big target for corporate head office. So, around 2016, the cinnamon melts were quietly phased out, never to be seen again. Even health aside though, there was another big issue that many users complained about.
They were so messy. If a box leaked or tipped over, the boiling sugar would instantly bake onto the prep table. It was a sticky nightmare for a staff to scrub it off.
But jeepers, some people really miss the taste of these. Much like the Bubblegum Mcflurry, to this day there are still active change.org petitions for this thing. There must be something to them then, how they taste. Well, luckily, our old friend at KBD Productions tried them out. In his car, of course. You gotta eat food in your car.
The icing smells incredible. There is a rich cinnamon flavour and the cream cheese glaze is absolutely decadent. It tastes just like the centre of a premium cinnamon roll. 10 out of 10. I don't like it.
Really? Sounds like he did.
I mean, I do like it.
And if you've got any forgotten foods you miss, or you just feel like saying hi, welcome in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a very pleasant day. I think you'll enjoy our quotes of wisdom today, my friend. Thank you, of course, to my patrons and members who are keeping me safe this month. And let's offer an extra quote of wisdom to these patrons. Mewtwo Shadow FNAF Girl, a person is about as big as the things that make them angry. Joseph Bowers, all cruelty springs from weakness. Miss Arceus, the busy person is the least busy with living. I think I've said that one before, but I do really like it. Megan Bruns, apparently all happiness depends on a leisurely breakfast. Sure, okay. Satin Yoshi, this is an odd one. Hard choices, easy life. Easy choices, hard life. Glitterwolf, well done is better than well said. Jordan McKeon, sometimes it's not enough to do our best. We must do what is required. That's from Winston Churchill. I can't fully agree though, because doing your best is about all I ask of anyone. The Furry of Fury, it is our responsibilities, not ourselves, that we should take seriously. Katie and Dalton, how you doing? Katie, my friend, the price of discipline is always less than the pain of regret. Oh, that one's so true. Dalton, my friend, better keep yourself clean and bright, because you're the window through which you see the world. Anna Jones, this one I know off by heart from many years of videos. Perfection is not when there is no more to add, but there is no more to remove. Every script I've ever done, I can apply that to. Ray Graves, it's impossible to begin to learn something if you think you already know it. Phoenix Star YT, to forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that prisoner was you. The Hug Wizard, time has no practical value without attention. Pixel Puppy, how much time are you spending deciding what to spend time on? Erdassin, a person is rich in proportion to the number of things they can afford to leave alone. Joe Ferry, this one's from Oscar Wilde. Morality is the attitude we adopt towards people we dislike. Check it Omega. To me, busy implies that the person is out of control of their life. Well, that's harsh. 3 Cat Day. The worst loneliness is to not be comfortable with yourself. That's Mark Twain. Kelly Bisson. This one's from Leonardo da Vinci. Nothing can be loved or hated unless it is first understood. Angel Angeline. Train your expectation to appreciation. Yeah, I've been trying. John Bondi. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. That's true, just make sure it doesn't become perfectionism. Thank you for keeping my lights on this month. I'll talk to you soon.